I mean, the bottom line is that we never looked at like, we didn't look at like the next song or like the next album. We were looking way out into the distance and trying to say, okay, the most obvious decision being after our second album, we said, okay, we just made 2 albums that sounded very similar. We feel like deeply that we need to make an album now that sounds nothing like those. We need to go far outside of that, and then with the album after that, we decided to go even further outside of that, so that, you know, like it or not, from the band's perspective, at least we were broadcasting, at least we were telling people we are capable of making many different types of music. We're interested in stretching ourselves and learning, and we're still growing. We're not stagnant at all, and we're not going to make the same album every time, so don't even expect it. And we lost fans along the way.
Yeah, did you ever feel like the fans of that genre gave you shit for those?
Absolutely. Intentionally, I mean, we intentionally let them go. You know, we said,
you let the rap rock fans go.
If that's all you guys want to listen to, we made 2 albums for you. And you've got those 2 albums, and you can always listen to those. If you decide to come along for the ride, though, the good news is there's going to be a lot of good, like, fun surprises. The bad news is it's not going to sound like that.
Yeah.
So do what you're going to do. But this is what we need to do in order to stay interested in what we do, you know, what we do as a band.
Well, I think that we had comfortably gone way out of where anyone who even was close to the band would think we would go. I think it's been kind of fun to go somewhere creatively, and then people think they have you pegged, and then you go somewhere else, and then they freak out about it, and then they kind of get used to it, and then they appreciate it, and then they think they have you pegged, and then you freaking go even crazier.
But you've always
like
done that. You've always wanted
it's this
to
thing where it's
surprise.
Yeah, it's scary because when we do it, we know we're doing it, and we know what that means to the people who have expectations. And it's scary sometimes to put a record out going, we like it, which is the most important part. That's the most important thing for us. We all have to check off on everything, which also is a very interesting process, and it's something that we've gotten better at over time. But I think it's really the reason why we laugh about it is because we haven't gotten rid of the process, because it is the best way to include everyone in the band all the time throughout the whole process, to make sure that when we put a record out, someone's not going, what? That song made it? Or I didn't, you know, why didn't anybody tell me? So it's one of those things where, you know, we've learned how to take risks, be confident about it, because we know that if we all like it, then we can stand behind it even if everybody else says they don't.